Good morning, good morning. Update, update. So, what's going on? Well, Brian is cooking up some steel cut oats and doing the dishes. Woo! And I'm planning my day. So, what does this day involve? What does it entail? Well, I've been steadily whittling away at what I'm supposed to do to put this booth together. So, got the wind knocked out of my sails on an event, and you know what? Roll with it. So then decided to focus my energy on something that I could do something with and be more positive. So that's what I'm doing. Because, what else you gonna do? Lay around on the floor and cry or roll around in the bed and be like, oh, boo. That's a terrible choice. So, you can do that, but don't do it for more than like 15 minutes to maybe an hour and a half at the most. So, if you want to be like pitiful and self-indulgent, that's fine. But wrap it up at some point and move on. So I gave it, let's see, I was salty from where we left, and I was mad. I threw all the paperwork out the window that I had collected on the way out the door. I've never littered on purpose, but whoo, there I did it. And let's see, how long was I salty? I think I yelled at Brian on the way down the hill. And then by the time we got to the hospital, I didn't care anymore. So I guess it was 25 minutes. That's not too bad. So it hurt my feelings. Anyway, enough of that. And what are you going to do? Move on. So here I've done that. I've moved on and I've made ornaments. Shockingly enough, I knew that you thought I was going to say something else, but no, I said ornaments. You thought I was going to say something different. No, you didn't. You thought I was going to say ornaments. Matter of fact, when I talk to my friends, I say, I'm trying to decide on whether or not I'm going to make you talk about ornaments or not, and for how long. I might make you talk about ornaments, and it might take a long time. So, here, up, avalanche. Okay, so here, there's a tray of them, and I'll show you some without tipping the tray, because that did not work out. All right, put them back. God almighty, Jennifer. Sound effects. Free. Okay, here we go. Boop-a-doo. We have a donut. I have a rocket ship. Actually, that's kind of cute. And what else do we have? Ooh, it's for my grandson. And let's see, ooh, another dino. These came out really cute. I'm going to sand them today. Ooh, I'm hungry. It just hit me like thunder. Okay, Little Mermaid. And so I did some cuter things, so to speak. Well, the cookie stamps were on clearance for $1, so that made that a real easy choice. And then I made this little ornament, but I freehand cut it, and it is cute. But freehand cutting ornaments, I don't know about that. So anyway, I need a ornament stamp shape. And I'm not buying any more cookie stamps or clay until some of these sell. So they're going to have to make it happen. Rainbow. And I've decided that's a koi fish tail. It could be a mermaid. Pretty sure it's a mermaid intentional, but I feel like it could be a koi fish too. Or a goldfish, the way the tail looks. I think it's going to make an amazing goldfish. Sparkly, shiny. That was the intention I had in my head, kind of. And so then I got this mason jar. Oh, and the cupcakes. He's cute. I like that cupcake, actually, quite a bit. I got the mason jar, ball jar. one of the people in our lives really digs them. And so I was going to make ornaments for them that way. And so that's what it looks like without a design. And you can see the lid. So now when I stamped it, and rolled it with the embossed roller, it kind of ate that detail up. I mean, it's there. You can tell if you look at it just right. But it took that detail away to a certain degree. And I like the way the flowers look. And I think it should look like a jar full of flowers or a jar full of the universe with the little stars and moons. But, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay something flat edge down, paint a stripe, and then paint the cap a different color, and then it'll just leave the rest white possibly, or paint it a color. They are Christmas ornaments, but I'm really leaning towards the white unfinished effect. I'm not great at painting. So I was thinking I would paint one. I've got 2 or 3 of each thing. And so I'm going to paint one and just get a feedback on it. But I want to leave the bulk of these ornaments blank because I'm setting up as a vendor on the in 2 weeks. One of the things that I'm doing, and a thing that I'm offering and building and putting in an Etsy store, is a DIY paint your own ornament kit. And I will be adding seasonal shapes throughout the year as it goes, is the intention. Like right now, I really do want to buy some leaf-shaped cookie stamps. So I just said I wasn't going to buy any more, but I want to buy some leaves. For fall. And if I had it together with a little bit of money, I could order all these supplies that I want. Like $150 would get everything. But it's like to-go bags, a big pack of different paint brushes for other people, and some little paint water cups, some disposable apron things. I don't want to be in charge of doing laundry for smocks and stuff. I thought about getting some button-up shirts, but that doesn't appeal to me, and the maintenance, longevity of it. So for 3 cents a pop, I can get these clear plastic disposable smocks that come individually packaged. I'm thinking I'm just going to do that. It's sanitary and sterile for anyone who wants a smock. There you go. They're not glorious and beautiful. It's no keepsake. But I think it'd be more sanitary. So I'm going to do that because it's dealing with the mass public. So, ooh, I see oatmeal coming. Yum, yum, yum. Steel cut oats. So, oh, and of course, the snowflakes. I really like the snowflakes. I made a pile of them, but I went on Etsy, and these are selling as plain, unfinished white, non-painted ornaments. A whole lot of people decided they couldn't paint either, I do believe. And they're so pretty, and they feel so nice before you do anything to them. And I've always felt that way. And this seems like a really good outlet to do that. I am going to paint one of each anyway, just to get a feel for it and to hang up in my booth, which I have no idea how I'm going to display anything. So they may just be all in flat on a table, which is also fine. It is what it is. If I have a tablecloth, which I do, I could put something under the ornaments on the table. Like I have these little dowel rods I could lay under the fabric, and then that would just elevate them a 1/4 inch, which might be just enough to give it a view. So if it's laying flat and I raise it just a 1/4 inch, it gives it a little bit of a different view, right? So here's it flat, raise it just a hair. Of course, I would like to raise it that much. So what's that? We're looking at a good 45, 60 degree angle for display. Well, that's not going to happen. So they may be just laying flat on the table. We'll see what happens. There's not that far away to a Home Depot. Brian's pretty handy. He might be, you know what? I think we could spend just a couple bucks and he could creatively create. They also sell them cheap online. I need to do some display stuff. So I've been focused on this DIY ornament idea because I realized when I went to Etsy and I saw what I was making was so definitely comparable to the things that are available online and being for sale. And so I got to thinking, my stuff is just as good and their stuff's selling because they've done this to market it. Why not? So I'm going to put my own together. I've been building a store, laying out and designing ads, putting instructional sheets together. Some of you I've sent a copy of for feedback. Give me an idea of the vibe, the information content. I don't really need proofreading as much as I used to help because of the future, AI, and corrective text and whatnot. I've been able to do, I feel like everything's spelled right, and then there's not too many grammatical errors. Nothing to catch your eye and make your brain scream. So, yeah, I feel like that's all on point. I've been doing a lot of different content creation in the background. Like I said, instructional cards that I'd like to get printed. Different promotional posts, like for an invitation to come and do this, or a sign that says this is available, step inside and this is what it is, this is how much it costs, which I have not gotten to my price point yet. I think $10 a bag, as the bags are lunch paper, brown paper bags like you get for your sandwich. And So the packaging, you could up your game on materials and packaging, but it is garbage. So there's a balance there, but there's an aesthetic, essential feel that you're going for also. But it's a super quick disposable. So I found some brown paper lunch sacks that were decorated with print, like they have white stripes or snowflakes or polka dots. They're really cute. Instead of 3 cents a piece, I think they're 6 or 7 cents a piece. It is a double the cost, but it's still a nominal amount to add per unit. So I'm trying to figure out per unit what to charge for these kits. $5, they would disappear. However, the paint sets are 75 cents a piece, and then you got shipping, and then you got other costs that, ooh, that oatmeal looks so good. Things that go with it. I don't know. I like the quality, I think, of those sets. I think that they're sufficient. There's other things that I would like to include. A little string, a little piece of ribbon to hang the ornaments. Either some crinkle cut, recycled crinkle paper things that you can put in, which is just a pile of stringy garbage. At least if it's a piece of foam or bubble wrap, or is some tissue paper sufficient. So I need, it's for the ones that I ship, that may be different, but the ones that I sell in person, I can sacrifice durability on that because I'm handing it to you and you're carrying it away, right? So I'm thinking of the analytics of the product, the function of it. And so now I've got this idea. I've got all these DIY kits that I've assembled, and the literature and the information. Well, it's a real popular trend to do these sip and paint parties. And so I got to thinking, if I reached out to a local brewery, winery, and or tea house actually being my first choice, have an event. So I reached out with an email to a couple of really pretty tea houses, and I went on Google and looked at their floor plans of their insides, and I thought about, maybe 6 to 10 people might theoretically. I wouldn't do more than a party of, I think 10 would be the capacity of me hosting. Maybe 15 seems like a lot as far as being able to answer questions and work with people. It's really self-explanatory and it's self-sufficient. However, I feel like you might be committing yourself when you agree to host one of these events and you honor that end of it, right? So you want to give them your time. They've paid to be here. They get your feedback and they get your attention should they want some of it. They might come with a friend and just want to disappear into their own little world and do their little project. And then some people might want to be there by themselves and be a part of your experience that you've created. So you got to keep that in mind. How many people could I do that with at a time? Getting pulled maybe at 10 people, I think, is my max. And I could multitask 10 people, honestly, I think, pretty efficiently. But 6 would be a more comfort zone. And so I think that it's so simple. I'm pretty confident 10 would work it out. Now, I also created some thorough content literature, which has ideas on it. Color wheel, mixing palette, like how to create new colors. And the supplies that you need. So I will have some samples of things laying around. I really think I could host one of these paint parties and keeping it seasonal, hence the leaf cookie cutters and another block of clay, which I could still do it after this event it's in Astoria, the vending event. And if I generate the income for the things that I would like to have to do the in-person event, I could put one of those together and just see how it goes. It might work out. I'd like to offer 2 classes, one for adults, one for children. The one for children, you have to bring your mom. I could do, a dozen, 20 kids. I can't imagine they would all come at one time, but you could do a time frame. There's ideas that I have for offering an experience. People really like that holiday experience with their children, keepsake thing. So setting that up is what I'm going to do at the thing in Astoria. And I've got the different shapes and ornaments that I'm going to offer. I have not a ton, but she said to expect 400 to 600 people through the weekend. I was only able to get a Sunday table for one day. So, and it's Sunday. I don't know if that's it's probably a same time frame, but it's probably slower somehow in my head, but I don't know if it is or not, actually. I went by an estate sale yesterday, and people were standing in a line down the sidewalk. What do I know? So, they must have had some good stuff. Yeah, so I would like to get another block of clay and the leaf cookie stamps to have that seasonal themed product. And then I have all these little votive candles that I have. It's a real popular trend to take the leaves, set them down in a bowl and create a gentle arc. And then you put the little candle tea light on them. So they're a little jewelry dish or they're a little decorative votive holder. So I think that that's actually, it's a minimal expense, investment, effort filled thing. I'd really like to try that out. And I'd like to offer that pattern in one of my classes for the fall. And I'd like for you to be able to choose a leaf or a Christmas themed ornament or a neutral. Like, this is not Christmas. This is no holiday. This is a rocket ship. 4th of July, not even then. So, I mean, there's other things here that are just whatever, but it's Christmas. Like, this could be any season. This could be Mother's Day. This could be spring. This could be Christmas. This could be fall. It would just depend on the colors and your thoughts when you put it together. But there are some things that are just traditionally, like a leaf, that's fall. You paint them in the colors of fall, and they're beautiful and they're simple, and then that seems like a real doable thing. So I really do want to get that 2 ornament leaf cutters at Michael's. They're $2.99 a piece, y'all. I should go get them in a block of clay. Woohoo! I should. But I really need to open a bank account and set up Square so that I can take payments. Did you see that spoon handle crawl into the scene? That's right. I'm using my Thousand Trails Birch Bay campground mug. I love this thing. But my oatmeal super toasty warm. Ooh, it's still almost too hot to touch, but it's not, meaning it's time to munch away. Thank you, Bernito, for breakfast. So, there's where I'm at. That's a lot of thoughts, and it goes more, but that's where it is in a nutshell. I wish I could get the 2 leaf cutters. I think it would be an asset. However, if I just work with what I have, there is a small item, few list things that I have to get to complete setting up as a vendor. I need the little to-go bags. I need some tissue. I need the little sets of paints to give people. I could use what I have. That would also work. I don't actually need to buy those things, but it sure would make... So you could just buy the kit and then sit and paint them or take it away. That makes the most sense. Instead of me setting up like a classroom with supplies. Then you own the strips of paint and the brushes. It's a cute look. Comes with a palette mixer. It's perfect. And so then it's clean, sterile. Comes with a little disposable smock. It's exactly what I want to do. I just got to get that. So look at my Amazon cart. Streamline it again. Save for later. Just get the things that I work with what I have. I'll generate some money in 2 weeks based off what I have. And then I'll upgrade and expand in some of those other ideas. To fill my time, I've been working on the literature and putting some posts together, flyers together, but I don't have a bank account and I can't take payments. So I'm still working on that. Tomorrow, I'm going to try and overcome that hurdle. So, 18 minutes and 24 seconds. Jen talks a lot, and that's what's on my mind. All right, you guys. Peace, love, and grizzly bears. Take it easy.